Now, on News 3 Live at 11, a 41-year-old NASCAR driver born and raised in Las Vegas passes away. Tonight, a look at the legacy two-time champion Kyle Busch stays behind. Meanwhile, there's new video and details out of North Las Vegas following this officer shooting on a school campus. An officer going after an armed suspect who runs onto the field as class was underway. Also, what comes next for the Good Samaritans who stopped a gunman after a deadly shooting inside a grocery store? We speak to experts about if they could face any charges despite their help to detain the accused killer. News 3, live at 11, starts now.
Live, streaming, and on the News 3 app. This is News 3.
The bow in front of the fans that are all on their feet down here at the Monster Mile. And Michael Waltrip said earlier in the race that a confident Kyle Busch is a dangerous Kyle Busch. Your 69th victory in this series, your 5th right here. Why do these moments never get old, Kyle?
Because you never know when the last one is, you know.
NASCAR driver Kyle Busch speaking last Friday after winning the Truck Series EcoSave 200 at Dover Motor Speedway. And now, days later, after those words, the 41-year-old, the two-time Cup Series champion, has now passed away after being hospitalized for a severe illness. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Marie Mortera. We have team coverage tonight on Busch's sudden passing. We begin with sports reporter Alexa Belcastro.
And it's definitely heartbreaking. Tonight, the NASCAR world is mourning the loss of one of the sport's biggest stars. Just 1 week after his win at Dover, the two-time Cup Series champion Kyle Busch has passed away, and many in the NASCAR world are mourning one of NASCAR's biggest stars, including Las Vegas local driver Noah Gragson.
For more than 2 decades, Kyle Busch helped define NASCAR. Busch built a Hall of Fame career filled with championships, victories, and unforgettable moments on the track.
You never know when the last one is.
Busch said those words just a week ago after his win at Dover. Those words now carrying even more weight as drivers like Noah Gragson remember the impact that he had on the sport.
I think Denny Hamlin in his Instagram post today put it perfectly. He's our Kobe Bryant. He's the man, you know, and he's untouchable. His mentality is unique in its own, and I think it's something that every young race car driver should strive to be like.
When you were on the track with him, how much did he motivate you?
He was racing like 5 races in 2019, and I was passing him during one part of the Road America race. His arms were so long that he had his whole hand above the roof of the car, pointing to the left, or to the right, saying, "I'm letting you go, pass me on the inside." And that was a vivid memory. There's a lot of memories that we have, but just unbelievable to be on track with him.
Absolutely heartbreaking, Marie. Not just remembered through the wins and championships, but through the drivers he inspired along the way.
And tonight, the condolences continue to pour in, including from local leaders. In a statement to social media, Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo said, "I share the shock and sadness of many Nevadans by the passing of Kyle. He brought a lot of pride to our state and inspired countless fans across the racing and motorsports communities." Meanwhile, Clark County says Kyle's passing is a loss for all those in the valley, adding that he went to Durango High School and alongside his brother Kurt helped grow the sport of racing in Southern Nevada. North Las Vegas police have released new details and footage following an officer-involved shooting on Legacy High School's campus last week. This helicopter video shows 21-year-old Jaleel Jenkins Harris on the school grounds after police say he was acting erratically and shoplifting from a nearby Target. Upon officers' arrival, Jenkins Harris, armed with a handgun, ran off, breaking into multiple homes, police say, before reaching the school campus, where he fired shots at several hall monitors.
As officers moved into the area, Officer Manuel Vital observed Jenkins Harris running toward the main school building while still armed with a handgun. Due to Officer Vital's position on the opposite side of the fence line, north of the school property, he was unable to immediately intervene on foot. Officer Vital discharged 2 shots from his department-issued patrol rifle during the encounter.
Shots did not hit Jenkins Harris, who a short time later turned the gun on himself. No students or staff were injured in the incident, and Jenkins Harris was taken to UMC, where he was treated for his injuries. He now faces several felony charges and is due back in court next month. A local high school student is suing CCSD after he says he was expelled for putting up pro-ICE posters on campus. According to the lawsuit, the East Career and Technical Academy student placed 6 pro-ICE posters, including the school's logo, in a hallway following a staged student walkout protesting ICE in January. School administrators later allegedly called the display and searches by the student on a school-issued Chromebook racist and expelled the student. CCSD does not comment on pending litigation, but has previously said it supports students' free speech rights. A problem of reckless driving returns to an East Valley neighborhood, and now neighbors want Clark County crews back to find a solution to the problem. Video shared exclusively with News 3 shows cars spinning in circles and speeding by Lamb and Hacienda over the past 6 months, a scene all too familiar for neighbors. After years of complaining and News 3 reporting, the county removed parts of the asphalt in the intersection and installed speed bumps on Lamb a year and a half ago. Neighbors say they worked for a while, but now the issues are back.
I'm livid. I'm absolutely livid. You know, we put our faith in public office, you know, to help us, to listen to us, to at least give us a path to a resolution, some path, any path, you know.
Really did very much of anything. Really, people still speed up and they still do donuts and stuff.
A neighbor emailed the new videos to Clark County Commissioner Jim Gibson earlier this month and asked the county to explore other long-term solutions. A county liaison replied the videos would be shared with Metro Police to review. We're continuing to follow the aftermath of what many have now deemed heroes who jumped in to stop the man accused of shooting and killing his ex and her husband inside a South Valley grocery store last week. News 3's George Costa spoke with an attorney who was sharing some legal insight into how things could play out in court for the Good Samaritans if they find themselves facing charges for intervening. George?
Yeah, Marie, this local defense attorney tells me there's a slight possibility that these bystanders could be charged with a misdemeanor. However, he says that possibility is low.
Or the easy answer is yes, they could, depending on the situation.
Las Vegas attorney Joseph Gerson, owner of the Gerson Law Firm, says in Nevada, state law allows for a bystander to come to the aid of someone in danger under the umbrella of self-defense.
If you see someone in front of you being attacked, Nevada law says if it's one of these relations, you can go to their defense. It also says that if the person is in your presence or company, so it doesn't even have to be a relation. So if somebody is near you and that happens, so these bystanders are standing there and they see this guy come in and start attacking someone, I believe under NRS 200.160, they would be justifiable jumping in and assisting.
Some of those bystanders say they jumped in to apprehend the suspected shooter, Alejandro Estrada, to prevent what they believed could have been a bigger tragedy.
Walked over there towards him. He pulled out his gun. We're rough. We're wrestling for the gun. I'm trying to keep it from pointing to me. He's trying to point it this way, point it that way. So as I grab the gun, we fall to the ground. And that's when I'm like, help, help.
So when I seen Clark, you know, I go over there and I'm helping Clark out now because now Clark's life's in danger. So now I go to help Clark out, boom. So when we get him on the ground and all that stuff, Clark pushes his bags out of the way, gets his guns away from there and everything. I'm still on there beating this guy up.
Officer body-worn camera video shows Metro Police officers detailing the initial injuries Estrada sustained.
Where is he hurt? Just the same thing. They beat the crap out of him. Looks like he's got lacerations to the back of the head, swollen left eye.
From that, Gerson says there may be a gray area in the case. That is, if the bystanders use excessive force when apprehending the suspect.
When you jump in to help someone, the situation may change if you overdo it. The reasonable answer is the threat stopped? If you've stopped the threat, then you have to stop the aggression. As long as there's a threat, you can keep going.
Estrada, who was initially sent to the hospital for his injuries, later appeared in front of a judge 2 days after his arrest with a battered face and swollen eye. But even if the bystanders who apprehended Estrada were to face misdemeanor charges for assault and battery, Gerson says the likelihood of that happening remains low.
They get charged with something, they could, technically under the law, if the district attorney decides that their response was too much. I don't think we're going to see that. Everything I'm hearing, the description and whatnot, it sounds like they were justified in doing what they did.
Now, at this time, there appears to be no charges filed against the bystanders. Now, we are told some of them have since retained attorneys. But for now, reporting live in studio, George Acosta, News 3.
George, thank you. Smith's has announced the store will reopen next Wednesday. In a statement, Smith says it is providing counseling, support services, and continued pay for employees as they grieve. The company also says crews have been cleaning, repainting, and restocking the store ahead of reopening. Coming up, people of Boulder City continue to make their voices heard, why they're pushing for the city to reject a data center project proposal. Bill?
And Marie, they're back. Not the triple digits, but for the first time since last Sunday, we topped out or got into the 90s, 93 today. So all of a sudden, we're back above average. We're going to stay above normal all the way through Memorial Day. Then, here we go again. Could it be one last cool down before we start the month of June? I'll have the full 10-day forecast coming up next.
And saying goodbye to the state's oldest operating school. What's next for Good Springs Elementary?
Stay weather aware with the News 3 weather app.
Customizable to your every move for every condition on every platform.
Download the News 3 weather app now.
I used to work for the insurance companies. I saw their delays, excuses, and lowball offers. Every time someone got hurt, I realized the system wasn't built for you. It never will be. So now I fight for the injured, for the people the system tries to ignore, for those the insurance companies hope will take whatever they're offered. At Sam & Ash, we make sure you get what you actually deserve. Call Sam & Ash Injury Law at 702-820-1234. Injury lawyers who win.
Ready, bud? Good? When congestion stuffs you up and there's no time to waste, Afrin No Drip unblocks in seconds for instant relief. Wow. Afrin No Drip. The wow is real.
I'm Noah, the cash home buyer, and I help homeowners in tough situations by giving them a fair, fast cash offer on their home. I'm a local who's been buying homes here in Vegas for almost 40 years. I know this market, and I know what a fair offer looks like on your home. But more importantly, I can get cash to you in less than a week. My team's always available 24/7, whether it's divorce, debt, or you just need a clean way out. I've seen it all. Call me now for your cash offer.
NoOneTheCashHomebuyer.com. Car wrecks don't keep regular business hours, and neither do we. If you've been hurt in a car wreck after 5 p.m., don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. At Lerner & Rowe, we're your 24/7 injury attorneys.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a triptan, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
If you've been hurt in an accident, your medical bills can pile up fast. Lazy lawyers can leave you in financial ruin. I'm Paul Powell. Most of my cases settle within 3 months for maximum money. Great results, lightning fast. Call me, Paul Powell. More lawyer, less fee.
The Glory Nissan Live Drive is on the road cruising for news, moving with the story, tracking what's happening now as it happens. Stay connected with the Glory Nissan Live Drive.
Protests, petitions, and public comment. People in Boulder City are doing anything to voice their opposition to the proposed data center project. Last night, the Boulder City Planning Commission recommended that City Council reject the proposed data center project. Residents have spent months protesting that plan. Meanwhile, council members have also voiced their support.
It's very concerning that the City Council can still overrule the Planning Commission, and they seem quite intent on pursuing this, even though the public is very, very much against it, as in 90+%.
At the meeting, developers revealed they've already spent $12 million on the project, adding to concerns from residents who fear it's moving forward despite widespread opposition. The state's oldest operating school, Good Springs Elementary, shut its doors for the final time today. There was a ceremony with Clark County School District leaders, the final occupants of the school, and the community for an opportunity to say farewell. Good Springs Elementary opened its doors in 1913. The school is on the National Registry of Historic Places. Its last 2 students and 2 employees had their final day in the classroom before the school permanently shut down.
It is very fun but sad, and my brother is sad too. We both cried a little bit.
I grew up in Good Springs and had the privilege of attending this school from 1st through 7th grade. That's 1947 to 54.
Lots of good memories shared. District leaders recommended closing the campus, citing enrollment and cost to maintain Good Springs Elementary. The district says it is working with the county and other jurisdictions to preserve the building as part of the community. Any kindergarten through 5th grade students in town will now be rezoned for Sandy Valley starting in the fall, where the elementary students are already zoned for middle and high school.
Your News 3 Weather Authority forecast is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
And what a week it has been. Probably one of the best that I've seen as far as May. And it's going to be warm, but still a beautiful weekend ahead.
Gorgeous weekend. Yeah, you know, those afternoon nuisance winds. Yeah. We'll see those, but nothing like what literally blew through here on Sunday night. You know, I did weather live for the early newscast at the Aviators game. Not one, but two groups of folks came up and said, can we just bottle this up all the way through September? And then we'd have about 15 million people living here. This is true. We won't have the triple digits. Let's take a look at that weekend forecast. If you're taking the boat out on Lake Mead, yep, some afternoon breezes, maybe 20 to 25. That combined with boat traffic and temperatures toasty right around the triple digit mark. And if you're saying, you know what, I want some cool, fresh air, not a bad weekend to maybe rent one of the Mount Charleston cabins. But remember, please, whatever you're doing, if you're up in the mountains camping or barbecuing anywhere really around the region, fire danger extremely high. So use extra caution. More importantly, just use common sense. Got a few clouds out there across Lincoln and Nye County, maybe a few sprinkles. Big storm system that prompted multiple severe thunderstorm watches for the Denver area. So on the backside of this jet stream, a little weak disturbance, but high pressure, that is going to be the name of the game over the next several days. So as this little disturbance moves out, inbound is high pressure. Notice the positioning. This is not really a strong area of high pressure, nor is it what we call a heat dome, but it's the positioning here over the weekend that we will turn the winds more out of the south and southwest. There's a strong cold front you just saw on the top part of your screen. Let's go through this one more time here so I can point this out. Again, high pressure will be developing over us. We'll get the afternoon breezes, and this right there, that is the one that could have temperatures not just one day next week, maybe 2, south of 90 degrees. What we're going to miss out on, at least for now, at least another week, if not more. You saw the 7-day precip map. Not much in there. Some light amounts across Lincoln and Nye County over the next 7 days. And then another week after that, it looks like the bullseye is down across the Gulf Coast states and parts of Arizona and New Mexico. Brand new drought monitor came up with the update today. Now we are in a moderate drought as for most of Clark County, Lincoln and Nye County, and a little sliver of northeastern Clark County, and in a severe drought that does include St. George, almost all of Mojave County, and that extends down towards Kingman and Dolan Springs. Other than that, top 10 day, yeah, warm but not too warm, nice and comfortable. Just a light breeze at times, a high of 93 today. Normal high is 91. We're at 82 now, humidity 8%. Wind southwest at 7. Summerlin's at 79. Beautiful in Centennial at 80. A degree warmer in Lake Las Vegas. And right now 83 on the Strip. So last night we were 66. We'll be a little bit warmer tonight with overnight lows in the upper 60s. Winds will be light and variable. 95. That's the warmest since last weekend. The only spot on that map 100 plus. Lake Mead and Death Valley. So the 95 turns into 96 on Sunday, and we lock it in through Memorial Day, the afternoon breezes. And I think the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, those breezes may be a little bit stronger with the cold front dropping in. We go from 93 on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, kind of just staying in the upper 80s. And those 70s for overnight lows this weekend, Marie, they drop into the 60s again. Could we make it all the way through the rest of the month? Well, there's their last 10 days of May below 100 degrees. The answer is yes. That's a good looking forecast.
We'll take it.
Not bad.
Yeah. All right, Bill, thank you.
Welcome.
More than $50 million in federal funding now headed to Hoover Dam. Money that Nevada leaders say will help modernize one of the West's most critical infrastructure systems. Congresswoman Susie Lee and Senator Catherine Cortez Masto announcing the Bureau of Reclamation released $52 million for Hoover Dam operations, maintenance, and improvement projects. The funding made available through the Help Hoover Dam Act, legislation aimed at unlocking money that had been tied up for decades due to federal red tape. The Forever One Memorial honoring victims and survivors of the 1 October shooting is one step closer to construction. Clark County commissioners unanimously approved several land use and development requests clearing the way for the memorial to break ground. This fall, the 2-acre memorial will be built on the former Route 91 Harvest Festival grounds. The project expected to open in 2027. Coming up in sports director Brian Salmon has the latest from the Golden Knights a day after stealing Game 1 versus the Avs. Plus, more on the untimely passing of NASCAR legend Kyle Busch.
News 3 at 6 In-Depth dedicates more time researching, asking questions to get results.
News 3 at 6 In-Depth on all your devices with expanded content on YouTube.
Watch News 3 as we recognize the teachers making a lasting impact in our schools and our community. News 3's Teacher of the Month, sponsored by West Coast Trial Lawyers.
Don't sweat the technique.
How much for what? 11. When kids start making money,
Who's next?
Chase can help them figure out how to manage it with smart tools and guidance from expert bankers.
Wow. Now that's a first deposit. Let's get your account open. Eh? Give me some.
That's good for kids and good for parents. Chase, make more of what's yours.
When you're injured in an accident, here's our promise to you. You'll always take home more than our fee. That's simple.
Golightly and Associates, 222-3333.
well, that certainly looks clean.
Nuh-uh, that ain't clean. Not clean enough for the looky-loos you're having over.
Great. I have to go to the store, get the shampooer, go over what I've already done, and then take it back to the store.
Honey, you don't have to do a thing. Zero Res is here to clean.
So Zero Res has always been wonderful every single time we've used them.
I have a huge shout out for Zero Res. I highly recommend Zero Res.
For zero stress and zero mess, go to zerores.com. Book an appointment today.
Thanks to you, News 3 viewers, for your incredible support of the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. Together, we raised nearly $1.1 million to help save kids' lives. And congratulations to Sandra Sears on winning her dream home. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
Imagine walking into a space where everything finally works for you. Not just organized, but designed around the way you live. At Closet Factory, our expert designers turn everyday spaces like closets, pantries, home offices, and garages into beautiful functional rooms. Custom built, precisely crafted, and made just for you. From the first design to the final install, we handle it all. Schedule your free consultation. Call today or visit us at 6545 South Decatur, Suite 150 near Sunset and Decatur. Closet Factory. This is what organized feels like.
I used to work for the insurance companies. I saw their delays, excuses, and lowball offers. Every time someone got hurt, I realized this system wasn't built for you. It never will be. So now I fight for the injured, for the people the system tries to to ignore. For those, the insurance companies hope will take whatever they're offered. At Sam & Ash, we make sure you get what you actually deserve. Call Sam & Ash Injury Law at 702-820-1234. Injury lawyers who win.
It's time for the Ed Bernstein Injury Lawyers Sports Desk.
So with all the sadness surrounding Kyle Busch's passing, there's plenty for Vegas-born fans to celebrate the day after the Golden Knights shocked the hockey world by handing the Colorado Avalanche its first home loss of the playoffs. Now the usual suspects shine. Magic Mitch Marner, as he's going by nowadays, with an assist. Pavel Dorofeyev, or Skorofeyev, who increased his NHL playoff goal lead to 10 goals by lighting the lamp. And, of course, Brett Howden, who's been Howie on the spot, notching another game-winning goal. Today, the celebration was over, and it is back to business to prepare for tomorrow.
I think each game we're looking to improve our game and get better. I think coming out with a good start tomorrow is probably going to be what's on our mind, and then continuing to feel good about our game and keep building off of that.
Why do these moments never get old, Kyle?
Because you never know when the last one is, you know. So I know all too well, unfortunately, with the cup stuff. And, you know, thanks to all the fans. Appreciate everybody for being here at Dover and the Monster Mile for All-Star Weekend. We thank you, and hopefully we have another great O'Reilly race tomorrow and an even better cup race on Sunday.
Wow, it's almost shocking that was Kyle Busch's final speech after his final win on a NASCAR track. That was May 15th at Dover in Delaware, the NASCAR Truck Series. Such an untimely passing, though, of Kyle Busch, a Las Vegas and NASCAR royalty. I caught up with Jeff Motley, former director of PR for the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, who's known Kyle since he was 14 years old, and puts in perspective just how big of a deal Kyle was in the world of NASCAR.
Well, NASCAR just lost one of its biggest stars, lost one of the greatest drivers in the history of the sport. The younger drivers lost a mentor in the garage area, somebody that they could go to for advice, a person who had been there, done that, won at all levels. Kyle was incredibly gracious during my days at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for helping to continue to promote racing here in the Las Vegas Valley.
Yes.
I can't remember a time that I ever asked him to make an appearance or to do a media interview that he ever said no.
Kyle Busch gone at the age of 41, and he will be missed.
For 250 years, America has been built on bold ideas, strong communities, and stories that connect us all. From small towns to big cities, from back roads to bright lights. This is the story of who we are. In 2026, we celebrate 250 years of amazing America. And together, we honor the people, the places, and possibilities that continue to shape our future. Watch Amazing America, Tuesdays on News 3, sponsored by Balance of Nature.
Stay weather aware with the News 3 weather app.
Customizable to your every move for every condition on every platform.
Download the News 3 weather app now.
Let's go really big.
It's the Big T Podcast, your weekly cheat code for the world of tennis.
But I still think Coco will win another major next year.
Listen on your favorite podcast networks and watch on YouTube and the Tennis Channel app.
Experience what's happening from a local source that lets you choose, discover, share. Check out what's really happening in Southern Nevada with the News 3 app.
Last year, I got into a bad accident and I had my child with me. I was really scared and anxious. I decided to call G. Dallas Horton because he came recommended from friends and they helped me right away. When I met Dallas, I felt very comfortable and very confident that he was going to be able to help us.
If you've been hurt in an accident, please give us a call at 702-G-DALLAS so we can help you.
Step one, as soon as you walk in, you can tell how kind everybody is. I moved out here to Nevada, looked up massage career schools. This is the one that popped up. I love the whole staff here, the instructors, not just in class, but everybody that's involved. Nobody ever puts you down. They're there to help, take care of you the whole way. They're willing to work with you. They want you to succeed. It's more of a family. You're going to do great. They help you find a job. You're set.
A new podcast where timing is everything is what separates those who follow culture from those who shape it.
Don't call it a comeback.
Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, reunited, not on the court, but behind the mic.
We want to bring a lot of worlds together.
And it's just love, man. Cousins with Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady.
Cousins, new episodes every Wednesday.
Accidents happen, and when they do, the consequences can be devastating. Medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. It adds up fast.
Our 20 attorneys and over 200 in-house staff members have over 1,000 five-star reviews.
I'm a former federal prosecutor, and today I help my clients get justice against insurance companies.
Get the most with West Coast.
Call us today for a free consultation with one of our lawyers.
Call 702-222-WCTL or visit westcoasttriallawyers.com.
Finally tonight, one lucky class from Bartlett Elementary School took a field trip to the Springs Preserve after one of their students won a contest predicting when Mojave Max would emerge from his burrow. Fifth grader Anthony guessed that Max would emerge at 12:43 p.m. on Mother's Day. Max emerged 7 minutes later, making him this year's winner. And to celebrate, Anthony's classmates got the chance to meet the famed tortoise. You just saw him there. Also talked with a zoologist, and they received a prize presentation.
I was really excited to see Max because I just said I've been waiting for this for a couple of days now, and it's awesome to see the real Max.
Look at that. He has the medal and all. Today's celebration was part of an ongoing effort to teach students about desert wildlife and conservation. Mojave Max's emergence marks the beginning of consistent warmer weather in Clark County. And that is where we leave you here on News 3 Live at 11. Thanks for joining us and have a good night.
News 3 today at 6 a.m. featuring the Morning Dash. Everything in 15 minutes. Overnight updates. News happening now from the live desk. Your Weather Authority forecast to plan your week. And the live drive on the road with traffic updates. The Morning Dash, fast and focused on News 3 today at 6 a.m. The Glory Nissan live drive is on the road cruising for news. Moving with the story. Tracking what's happening now as it happens. Stay connected with the Glory Nissan live drive.
If you've been hurt in an accident, it can be one of the scariest times of your life. Pain, anxiety, missed time from work, doctor visits, medical bills piling up, a change in the relationships with the people you love most. But it doesn't have to be that way. I'm attorney Paul Powell. I've been representing accident victims in Las Vegas for 25 years, and I have the answers to help you move forward. Call me. Paul Powell. More lawyer, less fee.
You wouldn't put your life savings into a